Being successful in business for some local leaders also involves integrating their Catholic faith and values into their work ethic. Since its inception in 1987 by Tom Monahan, the founder of Domino's Pizza, this philosophy has been at the center of Legatus, a Catholic business leaders organization. Nick Morganelli recently spent time with some local Legatus members, seeing what it's like to take part in this faith-inspired business group.
The world needs genuine witnesses to Christian ethics in the field of business. And the Church asks you to fulfill this role publicly with courage and perseverance.
That was St. John Paul II's call to action in 1988 when Legatus, a newly formed group of Catholic business leaders, visited Rome. Latin for ambassador, Legatus was started by Tom Monahan, the founder of Domino's Pizza.
The idea is that they run their business as Christians, that we're ambassadors to Christ in the marketplace. So I mean, the idea was intriguing to me. I had a business in Holyoke that, I've always felt that that was the way you ran a business.
Deacon Joe Peters and his wife Jan are founding members of the only Massachusetts Legatus chapter located in Springfield, one of only 5 in New England out of the 90 in North America. Deacon Joe is the current president.
The people that I work with know that I'm a Christian, and I think that's a wonderful thing. It really is. It brings your whole faith life to a higher level.
This is also true for Steve McKenna, who is 3rd generation in owning and operating McKenna Orthodontics.
Dr. McKenna is always told everyone that has ever joined our team that family comes first, and I really admire that.
My faith has made a big difference in my life in that it has established a culture that I've brought my family up in and that I introduced into my office and treat my staff and my patients. My wife she's the Olympic religious person in my family, and she is the one that guides me a little bit more than, if I were in Australia or anything. She's the one that really keeps me focused and makes sure that all my priorities are in the right place. I hear in the news all the time about corporate greed and stuff like that. There's a lot of people at the top that have their priorities correct. They take care of their staff, they take care of their business, and they take care of their clients for the right reasons. Yes, they're very successful and they lead nice lives, but their religion does come first. Legatus has been a really nice addition to my life in that it's wonderful to talk to business people about religion.
It's not about how many patients we can get through the door, it's how we treat the patients when they come through the door. He just has a wonderful, wonderful work ethic, and he's just a great guy.
My business is take care of the kids and the adults that come in to see me. It's really important to keep your priorities straight, and that goes back to the culture. I've been blessed also with a staff that believes that too, so it makes coming into work every day a joy.
His patients leave with a brighter smile on their faces and in their hearts.
All of the people that were here, because you're out in the open, and all the kids and adults that were coming in, and the staff here is truly gifted with children, to be sure. And I saw a few adults here as well. So, and then of course Dr. Steve he's just very pleasant, and I was excited to work with them. So I'm gonna have my new smile.
Our next Legatus member I'll introduce you to would wear the safety helmet and vest out in the field, but his membership and his faith has equipped him with the quality and characteristics to run the business.
The members of Legatus in our chapter are really some of the great leaders in our community, business community, and I find them inspiring individuals, not only on their personal faith level, but on the business level, on how they're ethical and they're successful business people, but they use the right formula. They do it through genuine, good service, caring for others, and it sounds like a simple formula, but it works.
Larry is reminded of his godly purpose in his work each day, thanks to a friend.
A lesson I learned from Father Gary Daly, we were up at the Newman Center, and he talked about a practical way in your business day is if you set aside a little part of your office and make it as somewhat as a little bit of a shrine. It doesn't have to be overt, but it's just enough that you can look at and focus during the day to say a prayer, or if you have it, to make a tough decision, something to contemplate. It was a good little takeaway.
Larry and his wife Marianne have enjoyed the pilgrimages through the organization as well.
We happened to be, there was 50 Legatus members from around the country, made some great friendships, really learned about our faith, and found it was very inspirational to find other couples, what they do together as couples in prayer, or what they do with their families and how they raise their children. So many people homeschool their children, which I thought was an absolute inspiration on how they do it, their dedication.
It was the greatest blessing in the entire world, and to be able to walk in the footsteps of Jesus was amazing. We got to renew our vows at the wedding of Cana, which was beautiful. It was so spiritually uplifting, but it was, it's such a fun group of people. We had so much fun, but to be able to, every conversation is just such a beautiful, meaningful conversation.
Legatus members meet once a month for fellowship. Rosary is followed by a Mass. Monsignor Christopher Connolly is the local chapter's chaplain. The group breaks bread together again with dinner and lots of conversation. The evening ends with a guest speaker inspiring hearts and minds.
It's something we do together and we share together and look forward to and meet people. And so I think that's very positive. You know, it's not his night out or my night out. It's our night out together.
Yeah.
A date night.
Well, a Christian date night.
These Legatus date nights have become a blessing.
You're inspired by things that they are sharing with you on a daily, what they're doing, and then you can take that home and bring that into your life. And that's enriched our marriage, our family life, what we do for vacation, all of that.
The people that I've met really have inspired me and challenged me too, I think, in my faith. We're challenged to do more, to be better Christians, to reach out to more people. And in our lives, in our parish life and things like that, I think we find a way to grow, certainly, in our faith and our commitment to our community.
For Real to Real, I'm Nick Morganelli.
It's great to have local business leaders so dedicated to their faith. For more information on membership to Legatus, we have a link at iobserve.org.